I'm talking big smack when I get in the elevator. I'm all up in her face like, yeah, about time. What took you so long? She like, what? I'm like, what took you so long? So she like, what do you mean? She was being all cute. Now, mind you, it was me, Sydney, Virginia's sister, Sydney friend, you know what I'm saying, and Marky. So we deep in the elevator. So while I'm messing with her and all up in her face, Marky kind of give me like this look like, yo, you doing too much. So I back. I'm like, you better tell your boyfriend to watch yourself, right? She like, what? I'm like, tell him to watch yourself. So she like, what that supposed to mean? So Marky like, he act like he ain't know us. So she like, what? She like, wait, so he came to the door. I'm like, yeah, him and the dude with the broken nose, they try to act like they didn't know us. The watchman just wanted to know, was we your guest? She like, I don't know, why would he do that? I'm like, I don't know why would he do anything that he's been doing. Like, because everything he's been doing has been lame, bro. Straight classic lame. So she like, I'ma talk to him. I'm like, yeah, we had to walk all the way back and we walked far because I forgot my phone. She like, oh my God, I'm sorry. So I'm like, look, I just want to come there and have a good time. I don't think he knew that we was coming. She said, I said the whole team though. I say, I don't think he included us. I don't think that we was, she like, well, this is not his part, like straight up. She like, this my party. This not his party. I say, I get that, but I don't want no problems with your boyfriend. She like, and you not gonna have no problem. She came up close. So I stepped back. I'm like, yo, stop. We get off the elevator. She like, y'all wait. So all of us standing there, she like, promise me you're gonna be on your best behavior. I'm like, who, me? She like, yeah, I don't want y'all to get into it. I'm gonna talk to him, but I'm letting y'all know. I'm like, first off, in my head, I ain't say it out loud, but in my head, I'm not even the firecracker. I'm not even the one that's ready to pop off. It's always Mark that's ready to pop off. Like, he won't even let you say "cuh" the wrong way. You couldn't say "huh." You couldn't even breathe heavy before he strike me. I'm going to let you talk a little bit. I'm going to let you have it a little bit. I give you the benefit of the doubt before I swing on you. Marky ain't giving you that. So I'm like, yeah, me and Marky, we gonna be on our best behavior. She like, for real? I'm like, we gonna be on our best behavior, I promise. So Virginia like, I'll make sure they on their best behavior. So Sydney looked like, wait, who are y'all again? So she like, my name is Virginia. I'm here with Rody Dody. So she was like, oh, okay. And who is she? Like, that's my sister. So you know what I'm saying? So she like, oh, okay, come on. So boom, we get inside the party. Guys, when I say it was, yo, it was beautiful. Like when I say beautiful, I'm talking about top-notch beautiful. It was different drinks, different sections, people doing different stuff. I see why they got the whole floor. Like, imagine if they had more, you know what I'm saying, units up there. They would be taking space, but they got the whole entire floor. So this is their whole space. So I'm just like, wow, I should have known better. Because when we first came in the lobby, they had chandeliers. The way you even had to get in was classy. So I was like, yo, this is dope. So Marky like, yo. So all of a sudden, Sydney, as soon as we walk in and I'm looking, she grabs my arm. She's like, come on, let's have some Jello shots. So it's a lot of people in there, right? It's some people that I seen, you know what I'm saying, that I was playing ball with. It was some people from, you know, the other tournament that I just saw. So I guess that team was out. I don't know who actually really won. So I saw, you know, faces that I saw on the court. So I was like, okay, I'm like, dang, it's lit. So she like, yeah, come on, let's take some Jello shots. So we took some back. She like, take the whole tray. I'm like, the whole tray? She like, yeah, come on, follow me. I took the whole tray and I'm following her. We go up on this next, like up the stairs on this next floor. Now, it's nobody on this floor. It's nobody on this floor. It's just me and her on this floor. You can still kind of hear the music, but it's fading, right? But everybody was down there on that first floor. We gets up these stairs, right? It was like about maybe 10, 11 stairs. We get up these stairs. She opened the door. It was 2 doors. She twist the knob and open it, and it was like we was on the top floor. So I'm like, what is this? She like, something like a penthouse. I'm like, a penthouse? A penthouse with like Picasso stuff. Like, this is beautiful. Like, I was just struck how beautiful it was. So I was like, yo, the view is dope. So she like, come on, let's have some Jello shots. So she legit cool. So we knocking the Jello shots back, but it's just like red and blue, but they in little cups. So I'm smashing all the red. She like, save me some red. I'm like, oh my bad. So I started having some blue. So I'm like, oh, I'm starting to feel it. So she like, so who did you bring? I know your brother, but who was? I'm like, oh, she said her name Virginia. She like, you know her? I'm like, oh, well, I met her at one of the rides. She was like, can you bring her to the party? I'm like, yeah, was I wrong? She like, no, it's cool, it's cool. I'm like, oh, okay. She like, so you don't really know her? I'm like, well, no, I just met her. She like, I'm like, but she sing cool, so, and she got bud. She like, she got bud? I'm like, yeah, she got bud. She like, oh, okay. So, boom, she like, come on, let's have some more Jello shots. So, we having some more Jello shots. So, I started feeling it, right? I'm feeling the shot. So, I'm like, yo, I can't have no more. So, first thing popped in my head was, I need to go check on Marky. I've been away from him. I need to go. So I'm like, I need to check on my brother. She like, wait, why? I'm like, I don't want him to be down there ruining your party. She was like, but he promised. I'm like, you don't even know. He can't even hold his end to it back. I'm like, I got to go check. So she like, but wait. I'm like, what? She like, I don't, never mind. So she stuck me at the never mind. Hate when it happened. I'm like, wait, what? She like, just never mind, nothing. I'm like, no, tell me. She like, nah, it's okay. Maybe I just said another time. I'm like, no, what if I don't, like, tell me now? She was like, no, like, come on, grab the tray. So I grabbed the tray. She like, let's go check on your brother. So she shut the door. So we started going down the stairs and we stopped. We only went down a few stairs. We stopped and she like, mwah, she started kissing me. And I'm like, she like, okay. And then she went down the stairs and I'm like, whoa, like, what just happened? I still got the tray in my hand. We gets down there, boom, I put the tray up. So I'm like scoping the scene. And when I look, she vanished. She's somewhere out in the crowd. So I see Marky. I see Virginia. I see Virginia's sister. They all up over there in the cut. I'm like, yo, he like, where you been? I've been looking for you. I'm like, oh, I was having Jello shots. He like, what? I'm like, I was having Jello shots. He like, we was looking, you left us. I'm like, no, she grabbed me, bro. So he like, man. So as we talking, right? We talking, I'm like, hey, let's go get some, you know what I'm saying? Let's go get some Jello shots. So everybody going on here, we go grab some Jello shots. Boom. We having them. So we enjoying the Jello shots. So we started just sitting there camping because it was so many Jello shots. It was different like selections of every area. Wherever you go, it was something different. It was not the same. You had snacks, all type of stuff. You was not going to fail being there. Like they knew how to throw a real classy party. So Marky like, man, it's crazy in here. So we just talking and we just taking Jello shots. Virginia taking Jello shots. And all of a sudden... Sydney's sister, the one that Mark was talking to in the pool, she comes up like, oh, you made it. Marky face was looking like, because he was with, like, look, Virginia's sister was bad. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, and Virginia is bad. And Sydney is bad. And Sydney's sister is bad. Like, it was just like a bad, like, it was just a baddies. I guess Marky didn't know what to do. So he was just like, oh, yeah. She like, so what's up? He like, I'm like, what's up? He like, yeah, me and my brother. No. You own your own, Cletus. Don't put me in this. I don't want to be in it. No, you doing this one on your own, sir. I'm not being in it. So I'm like, no. You. She like, hey, we playing cards over there. You want to play, right? So Marky like, what kind of cards you playing? She like, Uno. He like, no, I'm like, he's good at Uno. He was just begging me last night to play Uno. So he like, I'm like, yeah, go play Uno. She like, come on. So he like, oh, I knew he was salty. I knew he was mad. So he went on here. Boom, they go to the table. So we all go to the table, right? So they waiting for the other people to get up. Whoever lose got to get up. Whoever don't got enough points. So boom, the next 10 get up. So it's Marky and Sydney's sister. So they sitting there, boom, and it's another 10. So now they kicking butt on the table. They doing a Doug Dizzle, okay? They going crazy. They going ham, but they doing good, right? So Virginia was like, I got to use the bathroom. I'm like, I don't know where the bathroom at. She like, can you help me find it? I'm like, yeah, come on. So I'm like, Marky, I'll be right back. He like, where you going? I'm like, we're going to go look for the bathroom. He like, all right. So they still playing, right? So boom, I going on ahead. Now, mind you, Virginia's sister is still out there with Marky, right? While he playing Uno. So we looking. So I'm like, man, I don't know. So I start asking people like, you know where the bathroom at by chance? They like, yeah, go down this hallway and hit the left. It's all the way down there. So boom, we hit the left. We sees the bathroom. So she like, you want to come in? I'm like, no. She like, come on, come in. She like, I don't want to be in there by myself. I'm like, I'm like, what if somebody come in? I'm like, I could be standing right here and I could stop them. She like, okay. So boom, she goes in there. And so all of a sudden, as I'm just sitting, I'm like, man, this party's dope. Like, it's cool. So I grabbed my dad's phone. I'm looking at the time, like, oh, we still got time. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, Sydney walked right there. She like, oh, I was coming to use the bathroom. I'm like, oh, yeah, somebody in there. She like, who? I'm like, my friend. I'm like, Virginia, she in there. She like, your friend. I'm like, yeah. She like, and I'm your friend. I'm like, yeah, you're my friend. So she put her hands right inside my pants and she just pulled me up close. So I'm like, she like, I'm your friend. I'm like, yeah, you my friend. She like, I'm your friend. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, look on my pants. So she kissed me. Then she put her leg up. She had her feet prepped on the wall. And she was just like, humming, like kissing me, like and holding my head. Like she was kissing me. So I'm like, she was kissing my neck. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm zoning out. I get lost in the sauce. So I'm rubbing her. I'm like, oh, she had this little mini skirt. Like, I don't know what it was, but it had like a little split of the light. So I'm putting my hands all up in there, right? We in the hallway. Virginia comes out and she say, oh, I'm sorry, my bad. And she went back in the bathroom. I'm like, oh. So Sydney like, oops. So she like, excuse me, can I use my bathroom? I do get to use it. I'm like, oh, no. Virginia come out like, oh, I'm sorry. So I'm like, Virginia, she like, I gotta go. I'm like, Virginia, wait, I thought you wanted to be here at the party. She like, now I think it's time for us to go. I'm like, no. So she looking for her sister. Now I look over, I see Marky, right? He over there kind of like getting into it. I see Sydney boyfriend over there and he like rubbing like the cards, you know what I'm saying, together. Everybody cards on the table together. So we don't really see Virginia's sister, but Virginia's still over there by Marky. So I see like Virginia just looking. So I'm like, I didn't know if to go over there and save my brother Marky or to stop Virginia. So I'm like, Virginia. So she see her sister over there like kind of close by Marky, but by the shot area. She was having a shot. She like, let's go. So I'm like, come here. I'm like, come here, Virginia. Virginia like, no, I gotta go. So she leaves. I didn't even follow her. I'm like, oh. So I see Marky like, yo, you better move back. So Marky pull his shirt off. I'm like, hey, what's going on? So I'm like, Sydney. So Sydney like, chill. What are you guys doing? You promise. I'm like, yo, he over here playing cards. Why your boyfriend over here picking with him? So he like, oh, picking with him. He's showing his little pecs. Little Pee-wee. He calling him little Pee-wee. Marky said, call me Pee-wee again. I'm like, chill. Pump down. I'm like, hey, leave my brother alone. He like, well, what you gonna do? I'm like, Sydney, get your boyfriend. She like, can we talk? He like, you lucky. So they walk off. So the dude with the broken nose, he come over there like, oh, boo-hoo-hoo. Marky like, I'll swing on you. He like, swing on me. Swing. I'm like, boom, I push him. He like, do it again. That wasn't nothing. Do it again. I'm like, run up again. So Marky like, we both gonna swing on you. So Sydney like, come on, chill. So Sydney's sister was like, go on, Bryce. Like, talking to him like, go on. So he walk away like, yeah. Like, you know, licking his lip, like, looking crazy. I'm like, yo, what? I'm like, yo, it's time for us to go. Let's just ride. I'm like, Virginia left. He like, wow. I'm like, we got to go. So we starting to walk out. So as we walking out, Sydney like, no, don't go. So Sydney boyfriend like, what you mean? Why you no, let him leave. Let that little dweeb leave. I'm like, who you talking to? She like, how about you go? So he like, oh, you gonna pick him? I'm your boyfriend.